Hey, welcome everybody. Whoop. I always forget this. Welcome to another Ageless Energy show. Today we're talking about Christmas blues because it's post-Christmas, the post-Christmas blues. I'm going to talk about the immune system. I'm going to talk about our Boxing Day bonanza, and yeah, I'm going to I'll be here to open as an open-ended Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, drop them below, and we're gonna get into it. This is gonna be a shorter one. I'm trying to keep these around 30 minutes, and I think that's a good sweet spot to get things going. We got my mom's in here, Rhonda's in here. Good morning, Rhonda. And how was your Christmas? And yes, let's get it rocking. It's Ageless Energy. We work with women 40 plus to help them increase energy, burn body fat, and balance hormones. So if that's you, you're in the right place. And if that's not you, I'd like to say you're certainly welcome. You probably wouldn't be here otherwise. But at any rate, it's it's come, it's gone. Good morning, Sharon. And here we are. We're back at it. Morning, Karen. Those of you listening as a podcast may be newer here. We're streaming this live in our Facebook group, facebook.com/ageless energy. It's a private but public group. it's a private Facebook group. It's private because of all the spam and nonsense people try to jump in these groups with, and it's a bit more private and intimate. So if you're interested, you can send a request and we will get you in here. So we did my Christmas was good. How was yours? We had a really good Christmas. Thanks, Rhonda. I feel like it's kind of crazy. I feel like almost guilty of how loving and positive our family and relationships are. Sounds crazy, but I think like at part of me is like, oh, it's Christmas, everyone's happy, and there's food and there's gathering and there's gifts. But I don't think it's like that. That's just, I feel like that's a bit naive to think that on my part, that a lot of people had a really nice Christmas, because I know people that had a really tough Christmas, and then I feel like really bad for them, but that doesn't offer them any value. So anyways, super grateful for everything in our life and all the people, and there's that. And then the other aspect is that we work hard. Like, we work hard to have a good family relationship, like our like spousal relationship, is that a word? Our relationship with our toddler, like, it's constant, it's never ending. It's like a business. It's not like a business, that sounds unpersonal. I just mean as a business, it's never ending. Like, there's always another layer that we're going through right now, through relationships. Like, there's always another level, there's always a deeper level. You can always get better and improve. It's no different with health. I think that's what really interests me, is not having an end to being successful. And I feel like that that is what drives me in a lot of areas. Like, when I played baseball, I played professional baseball, and I played it most of my life, and there was so much to learn and do and achieve. Like, you could spend a lifetime playing that sport and still not understand it, all of it completely. And you could talk to guys, managers that have been at the professional level for 20 years, and they tell you the same thing. It's just so intricate, but it's the same. Like, relationships are very similar. That's why Spartans runs really interest me, because there's no end to what you can achieve or accomplish if you want. Like, they have different levels. So 5K, 10K, 21K. They have an ultra Spartan, which is 50K, and then you have different terrains. You have mountains. You have like flat runs, desert runs, which I just did. They have different obstacles that you can go to Greece and do runs. Like, you can travel the world. And I think that really interests. Then you can push yourself at different levels, right? You can push yourself to like complete all the obstacles, or get a faster time. Or I'm actually going with a friend. We're going to Houston here, and a good friend of mine, he's going to do one with me. So like, it's just endless. And I think that's what really drives me in different areas of my life. And again, back to relationships or family, like, there's always areas that you can improve on. Like, I always want to be a better father. Like, I want to be a better business owner. I want to be a better husband. Like, and those are conscious thoughts and decisions. I think a lot of times people go through life and they just kind of they don't really have any aspirations. They just kind of cruise around and this is the way I am, or this is the way it is, or I really dislike the term "it is what it is." I feel like it is what you make it, which is a very different concept. And then the other one was, oh, it's just the way it is, or it's like destiny, or like all of that to me is like nonsense. It's like removing complete accountability from your actions and just being like, this is how life is, and there's nothing I can do about it. Don't believe that. Don't believe that in any way. Sharon says, "Are we doing a detox next? You are doing a detox week, 100%." And hey, Angela. Good morning. Good morning, Laura. Are we doing a detox week? Yes, 100%. We're internally, for sure, we are considering doing a detox for the public as well. But don't worry, we'll take care of you guys. We already have things set in motion for our MAT members, Metabolism Accelerator Program members, and then we'll figure out what we're doing with the rest of you. But that comes to like when I was talking about different levels, like that's the same thing with business. Like you get to a point, fortunately, we've gotten to a point where we're not able to run the business completely on our own. So in this last month has been absolutely bonkers. I think we're getting better at business and we're getting better at understanding whether it's marketing or workflows or systems. Like we ran our BOGO sale, buy one, get one free. And that was, we're having orders all for the 12 days. So we did 12 days of fitness, I think. I'm not sure. Then we did our Boxing Day. Our Boxing Day sale went bananas. I have right now, I can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 boxes. And that's just shipping. That's not pickups. And then we have probably another 14 sitting in queue. And it's like a dream come true, right? But you have different problems. You have different issues. Like now we have someone I was training for 3 months is moving provinces. So we have to find a new employee, but we're looking for someone that's actually going to be a manager, someone that can actually manage this place and have a more of a role, because we can't keep up with the orders and the production, and like we're selling out a product, like we're sold out of some products and waiting for some to come in, like it's endless. And I really like that. And I thought to myself, I like some people, I do get stressed out, don't get me wrong, but some people get like stressed out and they don't want to do things. And I'm like so excited to like just wake up with passion. Like I'm excited after work. I have a different mind frame. Like I'm a husband when I'm done work here at the office. I'm a husband and a dad. So I try to change my mind frame when I go back. And then when I come, I get to wake up in the morning and be like we have so much going on. I'm not like bored or trying to figure out what to do or when is business coming through. It's like I get to wake up and be like, I get to solve some new problems, which is exciting for me, because when you're in a place in business when nothing moves and you have no customers, you don't have any problems to solve. And I mean that's really what we do. Like we solve problems, and it's high level. Like we solve, as a business owner, all you do is solve problems all day. And then on top of that, we're coaches. Like we're performance coaches. We have clients, and we help them solve their problems every day. And that's not even including our own problem. We got our own problems. So it's exciting. I feel like it's like I'm just super grateful for the place we are in life, and I don't think that kind of stuff just falls in your lap. I think hard work and determination and never giving up is the only reason we're here. But of course we wouldn't be here without you guys. We had Jazzy jump in here. Jazzy's got her own coaching business. Nice to see you in here, Jazzy. I like to stay in contact with other coaches to see what they're doing, and it's always nice to network and connect. We have Tammy. Moira says that's a great problem to have. It certainly is. Yeah. And I remember very, very clearly the challenges of nothing coming through the door. So every moment here in a place where it's hard to keep up, and sometimes it's hard to breathe. Dorothy and I and our toddler were in here last night for 3 hours doing orders till 8 o'clock. We didn't get home till 8 o'clock. That was after a full work day. And it always cracks me up how people are like, I'm going to run my own business. I talked to this young guy in our building, and he parks right next to me. And he was talking about how much experience he has, and he's quite young, like early 20s, and how much experience he has in business. And I just kind of cracked me up a little bit because um we know so little. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what we don't know. And I kind of forgot where I was going with that, but good morning, Teresa. Jazzy says good morning. It's great to be here. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays to you. I like your post, Jazzy's always like super full of energy and full of life. I think you need those people. I think you need those people in your life. But what I was saying is people like, oh, I'm going to quit my job and so I can work my own hours. Like, we think like we're doing pretty well, and we have a number of employees to manage, and still like we're in here till 8 o'clock last night just trying to keep up with orders, and we weren't or couldn't. But that's just how the business goes. These guys, I like to follow a couple bigger name types of people. Like, and we're not even near at their level, but the Hermosis, there's a couple that's ultra successful, and they talk about how like I don't know, their net worth is over 500 million, and they're still like in their office. They're the first ones there and the last ones to leave. So it's like like this doesn't end. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to get to a point where I'm never here. Like, I don't think it works like that. But that I always try to relate whatever going on in life for us to nutrition, fitness, health. Like, you don't get to a point where it's like, oh, okay, that's I think that's the problem. It's the mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds and then I'm done. I don't have to put in any effort anymore. And like, it doesn't work like that. Like, we teach sustainable life changes because we want you to make changes for the rest of your life. If you're like, okay, I'm gonna work till I lose whatever, doesn't matter, 10 pounds, 25 pounds, 40 pounds, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. That's why people lose weight and gain it all back. Like, you need to have a different mindset different mindset when it comes to this kind of stuff, which is why we're here. Jazzy says we know so little and it's ever changing, so you have to be willing to go with it all. Yeah, it's always changing. And I feel the same way. Like, the more I learn, the less I know. Like, the more I learn, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. With anything. That could be like, maybe you guys are in the same place, like parents or grandparents. Like, we read books and we took courses, and then we had our wonderful bundle of joy, and we realized we knew nothing. We knew nothing about parenting, and everything is really trying not to mess them up. There's no other way to say that. You know what, I just had this conversation with Dorothy, and like, kids are amazing. Like, I strive to be more like him every single day, and like, kids are just the purest form of life of a human. And like, so I love how they move, like babies, toddlers. I love how they move. Like, they move so naturally, and like, probably after the walking stage, but they jump and they crawl and they roll, and it's just so fluid, and it's just amazing to me. And I'm like, I want to be like that. And then they love unconditionally. They don't hold on to any hate, anger, bad experiences. They have such a wide open mind, and they learn at a rapid pace. And I feel like there's so many things that we do as adults that are the exact opposite of that. And it's like, what are we, like, we're preventing ourselves from achieving in our life because of our limited mindset. And like, I would say anything you've ever wanted is probably on the other side of A, hard work, and B, changing your mindset. And that's what we work on with our clients on a regular basis. But I mean, still, you often or always hear people like deny information or deny action or ideas because of our mindset and how it's like so limited. But I think of a toddler, and I think of how they are so open to trying new things and learning new things and hearing and repeating, and gosh, it's such an amazing world to watch them grow. Like, I feel so grateful that I can participate in that. Sharon says it's amazing how much they learn in their first 2 to 3 years. Yeah, 100%. A few words about immune system. I read this quote just scrolling through a news feed, and it said it's not. I don't even like to say it, but I'll say it just for this purpose. Cold and flu season. It's something. It was like, it's not cold and flu season. It's like sugar season, something like that. It's refined sugar season. And anyways, the gist of it was that they said something that I'm completely butchering it. I saved it. Let me see what it said. Let me see if I can get some more accuracy for you guys. Oh, here it is. It's not cold and flu season. We're in a low vitamin D and high sugar season. That was interesting to me. And I thought about, I'm going to write about that, but I thought about it was worth talking about because I agree with that to an extent, but I feel like it's not a complete statement. Angela says, junk food killer season. yeah, it's definitely junk food season. So here's the thing is that right now we're spending more time inside than we ever have. I mean, not than we ever have. We're spending probably more than we ever have as a society, but we're spending more time inside than we would normally spend outside. And that's not just vitamin D. That's also fresh air. And I really believe in vision. Like, I feel like we are stuck in houses all day. We're stuck in whether it's apartments or whether it's buildings, small rooms. Like, our vision is, in my opinion, literally shortened. So we can't see the future. We can't find anything inspirational. We can't find something to work towards because our environment is so close. So that's one. So as we continue to spend more and more time inside, our vision continues to shrink. So that's number one. Now, number two, when it comes to like breathing fresh air, like breathing stagnant air, like keeping your windows closed all the time or all winter or not, like I feel like we know people that very rarely go outside, unfortunately. And like just to get fresh air, like it's incredible how that changes your entire body at a deep level, at a cellular level. Morning, Tracy. So, and then from there we could look at the sunshine. So that's vitamin D deficient, but I feel like that's not a complete statement because in most cases we need to supplement with vitamin D because we don't spend enough time outside, especially in the winter time, especially in North America. So we have spending more time inside, less vitamin D. So we need to supplement with vitamin D. The problem there is we're often supplementing with rancid oils. So you have a vitamin D with like a safflower or sunflower oil, very common. And then on top of that, I don't know if it's common knowledge, but it seems like few is sharing like we need to have K2 with the D as a driver to go to the right places. Okay. And then to level that up, like this was the last few years, people were all the nonsense about, well, whatever, immune systems and health in general, but they weren't telling you. They were saying, okay, now we know we need vitamin D, great. They weren't saying that you need K, which we do, and then on top of that, they weren't saying that you need proper magnesium levels for the to metabolize the vitamin D and K2, right? So all of those are connected. So when we look at the proper supplements that we need right now, well, first of all, I would suggest opening your windows, opening your blinds at the very least, and getting outside as often as possible. Like, it's beautiful right now where we're at. It's incredible, the weather. I just went for a run yesterday, and I'm not like a huge winter person. I'd rather be at the beach, and I'm not someone that would go and I don't like skiing or winter sports. Like, that's not really me. I'm like a warm weather person. That's why many winters before our toddler we would spend in a warm climate. But it's so nice out right now, you have to get outside. So getting outside, breathing fresh air, natural vitamin D, that's one. If that is limited, which is most likely is, we have to open our blinds, open our windows, let sunshine in, let fresh air in, and get energy moving, flowing in your house. Whether that's salt lamps, whether that's fountains, there needs to be some type of energy moving in and out of your house. Okay, that's number two. And number 3 is supplementing properly. So proper vitamin D with a MCT oil, no rancid oils, with a K2. I like liquid. I would prefer liquid. And then we have your magnesium levels. Your magnesium stores has to be high enough to help metabolize the vitamin D and K2. All right. So that's, and then you could, if you want to take the next step up, I would say zinc on a regular basis. I would choose liquid zinc, and I would put that a couple drops in your morning drink. And we do that twice a day. So those are 3 or 4 different levels that you can do to protect your immune system right now and help you get past, like, there's so much, like, everyone I talk to is not feeling well. So we have to get past that and help you understand, like, there is a way out, but it takes action and not just hoping, praying, wishing that things would change. What did Jazzy say? Our minds are designed to protect us, not to help us grow. That's why we constantly need to be challenging our thoughts and beliefs. Yes, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Tracy jumped in here. Tracy, can I share any of your wins? Tracy just started working with us in our MAT program, and she's doing amazing. She is absolutely rocking it. And you have some really nice takeaways. And what was I going to say? Oh, Tracy's also a distributor for us in the Sylvan area. So if you guys need any products, you can reach out to her, and she'd be happy to connect with you. For you guys, I'm going to be here for 5 more minutes, 10 minutes max. But and then I got to jump off to another call, but I want to be here with you guys. This is one of the reasons I wanted to be on here in particular, because of our members. Like, I wanted our MAT members to have as many touch points as possible this week, and to help you stay connected. Like, I don't think it's good enough to take a few days off. Morning, Trina. Like, how can I say that? I don't mean a few days off. Like, I just think they pile up, and they compound negatively, exponentially. Oh, those are big words. Exponentially when you make not great decisions. So, for example, if you take 2 days off a week, like, to do whatever you want, not get your meal plan in, not eat your food that we have set out for you, not work out. If you take 2 days off a week, that's a good percentage. That's almost a third of your week, right? Of you not staying on track. And then, like, if you're hoping to lose a pound a week, that drops down to 0.6. So you're not going to see a pound on the scale, and then you're going to think you're a failure, and then you're probably going to give up unless you have proper coaching and mindset to help you understand differently. So if you look at, for example, we just had Christmas Eve, and I'm a realist too. I know people were having some extra pumpkin pie and Lindt chocolates, whatever it is that you were indulging in. Christmas Eve, right? Christmas Day, for a lot of people, it's a free-for-all, doing whatever they want. And then from there, it's not just it's not Christmas Day, it's the day after. So we have Boxing Day. And, like, I was in here at the office, there's, like, I don't know, there's probably 30 other businesses in here. Not a soul was in here, just me. So I was in here taking coaching calls, back at it, because I'm fortunate to do what I love. Dorothy and I both believe in hard work. And that's what we feel like it takes to succeed. And I'm fortunate we're both on the same page with that. She's not like, don't go to work, don't leave us, don't not spend time with us. Like, she actually surprised me this weekend. We're going away, so we spent a lot of time together, but we also understand hard work. Like, last night we were in here packaging orders together as a family, which was pretty cool. And you know what I was gonna say, I was so proud of our little guy. He's like, I feel like he almost knows, like, intuitively. Like, often, like, we'll come in here, like, Dorothy is an organization queen. She'll come in here to our warehouse, and she'll do some organizing, cleaning up. And, like, he's full on. He usually needs one person to look after him all the time. Like, he needs a companion at all times because he likes to get in trouble. So, but I feel like when we really need him to, like, pull himself together, he does, which is crazy to me, because last night we, like, really needed to get ahead of some of these orders and get some work done, and he was fine. Like, he was really well behaved. He sat, had snacks. We got a little mini trampoline here. He hung out. And, like, other nights, he's, like, running around this place like a maniac, and we're trying to like reel him in. But I feel like he kind of knew that we needed him. We needed both of us to like, we were like working as hard as we could for 3 hours straight, and he was fantastic. He was amazing. Yeah. Moira says it's easy to step away. I'm kicking myself this AM. I bought my turkey soup, but everyone's having hot dogs at the fire. Instead of coming back and warming the soup, I had a hot dog. Blah, boo. Morning, Tracy. So that's the thing. Like, I had this conversation with someone. You know what? It really depends. Like, yeah, it's really, like, we teach, like I said this in the past, like, we teach lifestyle changes, right? Like, we want this to be lifestyle for you all the time. And I was mentioning Tracy, and I don't think I can, I always ask permission first, but I think this one is fine. Like, Tracy said, can I have popcorn? And I was like, yeah, you can have popcorn. We would consider popcorn a healthy snack, but she's been like amazing, like so like strict and like right on and doing exactly the things that we ask. And those are the types of people that see amazing results. Like that's all there is to it. There's no other way. Like, we have a proven system and a plan. We can tell you exactly what to do in a step-by-step process, and you'll see great results. It's the other parts. It's the diving deeper of why aren't you getting your meal prep in? Why aren't you getting your workouts in? Like, it's psychologically, it's internally, it's habit stacking, it's systems in your life. There's a lot to that, but we know we have a program that works. So when people come in and they're very structured and they can follow, they're going to see results. So what I was saying is that, what I was telling Tracy is that you can have popcorn. It's not necessarily on the meal plan right now. So, but that doesn't mean you can't have a healthy snack, and then we talk to our clients about, you can go you can go out for dinner. Like, we have our meal plans set up so the macros are balanced. So our clients know what they're having. So you go to the restaurant, you have something similar, so you can still enjoy time with your friends and family, right? Those are, that's super important to understand, because we don't want to have our people to have like a restriction mindset. Because when you have a mindset of like restriction and all the things that you can't have, then you kind of like eventually you blow up, and then you're like, you have so much feel like you have so much restriction in your life, and then you just want everything that you probably shouldn't have, right? So it's not about restriction. I like to think about it in abundance and all the things that you can have. So, but my message is that you have to manage your expectations. Like, if someone comes into the program, like we had someone come in the program in the first week, they're like, I just got a notification that was like, close unused programs. Is my internet slow? We had someone, this was a while back, but they came in the program, and it was like the first weekend, and they're like, hey, can I have pizza? And I'm like, you can, but then you're not going to be happy with your results. Like, I'm like, I don't know, like, what am I missing here? And anyways, it's to me, it's like you have to decide like how much effort that you want to put in, and how much you want to see out of the program. We can show our clients amazing results in a short amount of time, but that's dependent on how much effort the individual is going to put in, right? Like, we can't make you eat the food. We can't make you, like, physically make you work out. Like, I'm going to come over and move your arms around, right? It sounds ridiculous. Like, we tell our clients, we'll carry 49 bricks. You have to be willing to carry 51. If we want it more than you do, if we're putting more effort in than you, it's not going to work, because it's like me, like, continually pulling and dragging and pushing, and then the other side is like so resistant, the results aren't going to come. So again, back to my message was, the closer you stick to the meal plan, the program, coming to coaching calls, showing up for your one-on-one calls, like, that's all mindset. It's all longer form training that is absolutely necessary to see the results you're looking for. That's why it's there. But let's say, for example, like, if you are very strict with the program, you'll see better results in a shorter amount of time. If you want to go off and do your own thing, or it's kind of a struggle for you to stay on track, or you're disconnected to your coach or community, like that kind of stuff, you'll still see results. It'll just take a longer amount of time to see more results, which means you have to train your mind and have a different frame of mind of not being like, oh my gosh, this isn't working, I'm a failure, a dozen other self-sabotage thoughts that come in your brain, instead of being like, okay, like be okay with the lack of results because you're not putting in the effort. And personally I don't think that's good enough. Could you take those please? Because you're not completely putting in the effort, right? So but I'm not saying that should be good enough. I'm saying that you should be like, okay, there's got to come a point where it's like, I want to put in more effort now so I can see more results, instead of always being like just good enough, right? Like we had this question come up of some people that were like not super happy with their results. Like, oh, I'm doing everything right, how come I'm not getting the results? And I'm like, well, everyone can level up. Like every one of us can try harder. We can put more effort in. We can have more intense workouts. We can ask our coaches to adjust something. We can be more strict with the meal plan. Like there's dozens and dozens of different things that we can do. But having that mindset of like, it's like taking the accountability off yourself, of being like, oh, I'm doing everything right. No, it's not working. Like I say this all the time. I feel like my biased opinion is we have a great coaching program, even if we had the worst coaching program. And I've been in some really bad business coaching programs that were horrible. And I'm like, what a waste of money. But then I thought to myself, even the worst coaching program, you can learn something and get something out of it if you put in the time and effort to figure out what that is. And that's on you. And that's on the client, the customer. And I look at that in other ways because I've been in many coaching programs and I believe in coaching. And I know that us personally, we've been able to get so much faster in such a short amount of time by investing time and money into learning, which is what we do. We ask our clients to be financially invested, so you're emotionally invested, so you put more effort in, so you see more results. And that's a proven process that we see time and time again. We have someone in here that thought their results weren't right. Would you like to share? We've had that. It's not like it's a one-time thing. We've had that many times where people are like, "Oh, I think the scale's broken, or I haven't lost this much weight," because a lot of times people haven't joined a real program, and they've taken 20 years it's been 20 years since they've like tried to just get a cart, bring a cart over. I got my guy over here carrying boxes. There's like 30 boxes over here to go to the shipping area. And he's like carrying them 2 by 2. I'm like, get a cart and see, solving problems. That's what I do. I was just saying about this. Like we've had this happen in the past, like where people are like, "Oh, my scale is broken," because their scale hasn't moved in 20 years, and they get with us in less than 10 days, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's got to be something wrong." Okay, let me read these comments, and then I'm going to out of here. Tracy says, I'm on week 3, and I'm definitely seeing results. I'm still a bit shy for you to show progress pictures. Oh yeah, don't worry. I wasn't asking that. I wasn't asking if I could share your progress pictures. I meant like your mindset. You've come a long way in a short amount of time with some of the things I've asked you to do, and you're doing amazing. But I certainly wouldn't ask you to share your pictures so early. We had Jennifer jump in here. Jennifer Keith, how are you? Veronica says, those are blessings. Great that you can all come together and be following your passions. Yes, they certainly are. Thanks, Veronica. Kim jumped in here, and Moira says, so much more than the eating. Work smarter, not harder. And Tracy says, oh my, Drew, you were talking about me with the scale thing? No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about someone else. I was talking about someone else in here. It was nice. I'm gonna leave it at that. It was nice that you jumped on board. Tracy was a bit resistant to some of my suggestions, but then I explained why, and then she's like, okay, and then just does it. And then like we have it. Tracy's like following like her meal plans to a T, supplements to a T, workouts. Tracy worked out on Christmas Day. Like, it's amazing. And like so many people have so many excuses of why they can't do these things, and then they're like, oh, why am I not seeing results? I'm like, we probably know, right? we probably know. I got to jump off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for if you guys jumped on a BOGO sale or our Boxing Day. Please be patient. We won't catch up till next week. And then on top of that, the Canada Post mess. I don't even know what. Like I think they were. I don't know. They came back to work or they ordered back to work. And then because Canada Post was out, all the other shipping companies were backlogged. So then people are messaging us like, "Hey, where's my order?" Like, it's not like we can't do anything about it. That's not our company. We don't like. Monique's in here. Monique ordered from Luminescence. Their product. They're in Calgary. Their product. They must have lost it. Their product took like 2 weeks to get there. And if we would have went to a different company, it could have been there the same day. But it's a lot. Like it's a lot. We're working through it. We have our own bottlenecks. We're doing the best we can. We'll always continue to get better for you guys and with you guys. And we couldn't be more grateful for your support. But when it comes to shipping, like we're do our best to get your orders done as quickly as possible. Because of so many orders that came through, we won't package up orders. We won't finish that up till next week. So we do appreciate your time and patience and understanding that once those go out, we cannot expedite it. We can't make them get you your package quicker. There's nothing we can do. That's just part of being an e-commerce business and shipping products online. So we got tons of thanks. Have a great day. You're welcome. Yes, you guys are amazing. Appreciate you all. Have a great weekend. And see you soon. Bye, guys.